Every day on Reddit, people post heartbreaking stories like this. I lost $8,000 on dropshipping. Or this, just quit dropshipping, made $0. The truth is, you're not alone. You're just stuck in the same trap as thousands of others. And the worst part? The people replying to those Reddit posts are just as lost as the ones posting them. If you're struggling with dropshipping, it's not because you're lazy or dumb. It's because the entire game is rigged against beginners. And in this video, I'll show you why 95% of people fail and how you can escape the trap with a better way, a smarter, more strategic method that's based on what you actually need, not what you've been told. Be sure to subscribe. First point, stop thinking like someone who wants easy money. Most people who fail in e-commerce aren't failing because of the competition. They're not failing because of lack of time. They're failing because of how they think. One of the biggest traps in online business today is this idea that you can win just by copying a guru's blueprint. You know the type. Click here, launch this, scale fast. They make it look like it's a video game, and people fall for it because they want fast cash. They want easy money. But here's the reality. If your mindset is easy money, then what you're actually doing is gambling, not building a business. The truth is, you can't make any consistent income until you change the way you see online business. You need to stop treating it like a side hustle, like a weekend experiment, or some trendy thing you try because everyone's doing it. You have to start treating it like a real company. That doesn't mean you need a suit and a boardroom. That doesn't mean you need to be Elon Musk. But it does mean thinking like a real CEO. Because when you start thinking like a CEO, you start asking better questions. How do I build a system? Where is my customer's real pain? What would a smart business do next? This simple shift saves you from 90% of beginner mistakes, the kind of mistakes gurus don't talk about because they profit from your confusion. The more seriously you take yourself, the less you'll need anyone else to validate your business decisions. So the next time you're tempted by some shortcut, some easy trick or shiny tactic, ask yourself, am I thinking like a CEO or just like a consumer who wants money fast? Because the difference between someone who fails and someone who scales starts right here, in your mindset. 2. Accept the struggle. It's part of the process. Here's one brutal truth that no guru will tell you up front. You might not make it on your first shot, and that's okay. In fact, it's normal. Most people who eventually succeed in e-commerce didn't win on their first try. Not even on their second, sometimes not even on their third. So if you've launched once and it didn't work, if you've tried running ads and ended up losing money, if you built a Shopify store and nobody bought, that doesn't mean you're not made for this. It just means you're in the middle of your process. Think of it this way. The first time you launch your business, you're still not yet the kind of person who's trained enough to win. You don't have the muscle yet, the reflexes, the instincts, the mindset. But by launching anyway, by starting, you've already done the most powerful thing. You've taken your first step forward. And from that step forward, the struggle begins. Not because you're unlucky, but because struggle is the tool that life uses to transform you. Every challenge, every failure, every moment of doubt is reshaping you. It's building your experience. It's forcing you to think differently, to look deeper, to do better. This is the moment when most people quit. They take the struggle personally. They say, maybe I'm not cut out for this. But that's the wrong conclusion. The right one is, I'm being shaped into the version of me who can win. The one with sharper strategy. With real data, not just hope. With emotional strength, not just fake confidence. Once you become that version of yourself, nothing can stand in your way anymore. Not the algorithm, not the CPMs, not the suppliers, not the gurus. Because at that point, you're not just testing a product, you're building a legacy. So if you're struggling today, don't run from it. Don't numb it. Don't scroll past it. Face it, accept it, and understand that it's not the end, it's the shaping. The question is not, will I struggle? It's usually, will I let that struggle upgrade me or destroy me? Choose the upgrade. Stop following blueprints. Start building skills. Let me say this loud and clear. 95% of beginners fail because they blindly follow blueprints. You've seen it before, right? those YouTube videos with flashy thumbnails that scream, "Copy my step-by-step method to make $10,000 this month." They make it sound so easy. Click here, do that, import this product, run that ad, boom, rich. But here's the truth. Nobody tells you that blueprint isn't your shortcut. It's your trap. Why? Because business success is a combination of factors. Some you can control, like your product, your branding, your offer, and some you can't, like the timing, the audience's mood, the algorithm's favor, the economic context. So when someone gives you their exact steps, what they're actually giving you is a version of success that worked only in their specific circumstances. Unless you can copy their exact situation, their market, their budget, their positioning, their timing, then your results won't match theirs. And here's the worst part. When something goes wrong, and it will, you'll have no idea how to fix it. You didn't learn the why, you just followed the how. You became a robot pressing buttons and not a marketer solving problems. That's why the number one skill you need is not how to build a Shopify store or how to copy someone else's ad. It's digital marketing, because marketing is what drives the sale, not the tool, not the theme, not the product. Just think about this. Every time someone online complains, "I spent $300 on ads and made $0 in sales," it's never because the product was the problem. It's almost always because the marketing was bad. So if you're serious about making it in e-commerce, stop asking, "What store should I copy?" and start asking, "What marketing skills should I master first?" Because when you learn to understand markets, audiences, messaging, psychology, you become independent. No more blindly following, no more crossing fingers, no more hoping for luck. You don't need a guru. You need to become dangerous with your skill set. And that, my friend, is how you go from confused beginner to confident digital entrepreneur. And that's exactly what you'll start building inside my ebook, 9 Marketing Skills for Dropshipping Success. A 206-page guide that shows you, step by step, how to market like a real entrepreneur, not just follow someone else's map. So what do you do now? You can keep tasting one guru's blueprint to another, or you can join the Biblowise Academy. Inside our 206-page no-fluff ebook, we show you the 9 real marketing skills that drive sales, how to pick winning products with logic, not hope, how to build content that converts without being pushy, how to sell to the US-UK audience the smart way. You also get a growing private community that isn't spammed like a Facebook group, one-to-one inbox support from our team, weekly drops of new marketing insights. You want to win? Start here. The link is in the description. And if you're serious, subscribe and like this video. I'll see you inside.